PebbleTosser64 here, and I know I said I was going to release this next video in August, but you guys all wanted this. Thank you for all the support. Here we go. Alright, so our first story here is actually really distressing. It turns out a player that was found out to be cheating quite a while ago is still cheating, and the cheats he used weren't all he had. He was doing a lot more. At first we thought he was just using a fake lag program, but it turns out, well, I'll just roll the clip. Okay, at this point, I'm sure you've wondered to yourself, I've never heard of that dude. I mean, this is a classic video. We've all seen this video, but I've never seen this guy around. Like, how could this guy have been exposed months ago if he wasn't around? Well, I think you might know this guy by another name. Alright, so as you can see, Flower is actually that dude. Now, this might at first seem like just a random coincidence that they shared the same name, right? I'm sorry to say that's not true. I have far more evidence. I took it upon myself to go out into the field to collect this, and it was very dangerous. My life was threatened constantly, but I really care about just getting the truth out there, guys. So I'm gonna roll those clips.
Change. Team 0.
I saw that wall hack. It's not just clumsy, is it? Alright, that was pretty fast, so if you missed it, let me just play this in slow motion so I can show you what I mean.
Change. Team.
If that isn't enough evidence for you, I don't really know what to say, but I do have more, and I will show that too.
What's up, Jeff?
Did he just toggle? He just climbed the tree. What? Pretty compelling, but I have something even stranger, even more unexplainable. Okay, I'm back.
Sounds good.
He just disappeared. As you can see, Flowers is using a cheat that allows him to disappear at will. This is disgusting. This is disturbing. Something needs to be done about this, but this is all the time I have on this story. So jumping into the next thing on the docket, it seems that a specific player in our community has been showing, how do I explain this? He's really racist. It's disgusting. It's not what we want in our community. It's not what we want people to see when they come to play Chivalry. We don't want them to hear this, and it's just really unfortunate that we have people like this here playing with us. Now, this is there's a trigger warning for racist language right now. I don't want to just play this without saying that, because I know some people are really hurt by this. So, here's the first clip. I think I speak for everyone in the Chivalry community when I say we do not condone this type of language. And if it was just this one offense, maybe we could overlook it, but it goes deeper.
Do I get to shoot armed black kids?
Yes.
Nice.
And if you somehow didn't think it could get even more disgusting, listen to what he has to say about our president. Well, our past president. What are your opinions on the 2008 election?
I don't like blacks.
What about him do you dislike? What about blacks?
Their aggressive nature.
Okay, moving on from this topic, because I think I've shown all that I need to for the community to make its own judgment. Our next topic, sadly, is even worse. July has been a bad month, I guess. A player named Buffalo was recently arrested for stalking this woman for years. Now, the way we found this actually was discovered by a real chivalry hero. If it wasn't for this man, Buffalo would still be out there, still stalking this woman, and it's more than stalking. He's been taking really dirty pictures of this woman when she's not looking, and it's so good that it's finally come to a stop. Here are the chat logs where Buffalo accidentally sends one of his recent captures of this woman instead of the link he was supposed to send. Okay, this needs some explaining. Where it says link is where the link actually was posted. I don't want any people to follow this link and see this picture of this poor woman, so I have someone censored it for me. This was a chat log from the man who actually received this link. Oh, and it turns out I actually lied. I'm looking at my script right now, and it says I showed the picture. So, here's the picture. Censored, of course. Okay, so, on from that, we actually have another story of a chivalry player getting arrested. Now, a lot of you know Mallcop. I made a video for him recently. It was commissioned. He was going to pay me $100 for it. And he did, but turns out he's been Ethereum mining, right? But something about his setup or something was illegal. He did something illegal. I don't know what it was. But a SWAT team entered his home and they took him a couple days ago. And that's why in my video you can see on my Patreon he removed the donation. It's not because he wanted to. His funds were seized. Apparently he was trying to money launder through to Ripper. That's why he's been donating so much money to the Ripper. And they thought that it might be the same with me, but they figured out that's not the case, but they still haven't returned the money. So that's what happened there, basically. Sorry I don't have anything to put on the screen right now, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Okay, this next clip is probably the least negative story I have for you guys today. It's still awful, but a lot less so. It turns out that people are pairing in pre-scrim RDM. If you guys don't know what that is, basically when competitive players get together and they do a scrim or maybe a pickup game, before the round starts and everyone's ready, your team basically just kills each other over and over again in the spawn, right? And it's used to be considered a really abhorrent thing to parry at this time. Usually you're supposed to just swing and swing and swing until you die. And turns out players have, I guess maybe they weren't there for when this was the status quo, because every time I go into one of these, people are parrying me, and it's getting out of hand. So I actually have a interview. This is like on the scene during an actual moment. I found the guy, and he gave me basically he teaches you how to do pre-scrim RDM correctly. So I'll roll that. Alright, show me how it's... Alright, stop killing. Alright.
So you approach your enemy, and then you stam them out, and if they're a parry boy like that, you just face them.
And what happens if I like come up and I attack you? What do you do?
You just wait till they attack, and you reverse LMB.
Nice.
Oh, that actually seems really effective.
that.
You've really showed us how it's supposed to be done. The people who parry in this game, I feel like they really need to see this, because this is much more effective, and it's just easier. It's just everything about it is just better. It's more appealing.
This is honestly the way the game was meant to be played.
Yeah, this is what they did for Deadliest Warrior
Just like
when they
that.
tried to tweak the game. They made it like this. So this is basically how you're supposed to do it. Look, we got a parry boy over here. Look at him. Okay, I hoped you guys were able to take something from that, and you'll be able to improve your pre-game RDM for the future. Now, we are sadly running out of time in this installment of Melee Game News, but I have one last story for you guys, and this one is insane. So, I'm sure you've seen Draconix's video, where he starts up Cheat Engine and then plays Mirage, right? Of course, he maintains that he didn't actually cheat, and I'm inclined to believe him, because his evidence video, it seems pretty legit. Well, I have some bad news. I told him that I would get to the bottom of this and try to clear his name or just get the truth out, right? Unfortunately for him, as a man of the truth, when I find the truth, I have to deliver it, and I found the truth, and it does not favor Draconics. I hit up Ryther to ask him about this situation, and this is how the conversation went. As you can see, turns out that Draconics faked this whole situation to try to get some views and boost his YouTube channel. It's really despicable for him to do that, and I'm sorry I have to expose him, but this needs to come out, and that's how it's gotta be. Alright guys, thanks for watching another installment of Melee Game News. This has been Pebble64 from the Faint Free Press, and I love you guys. I love the support you guys give me on these videos. It really warms my heart, and I'm going to keep doing these for as long as I possibly can. And I just need to tell you, I could not have done this without some key people. This video in particular, some key people helped me out. So I'm going to be giving thanks to all of them here. First off, we have Sean. Now, I'm going to show you the chat logs right here where he's who helped me expose Flowers. As you can see, I've censored his name because for privacy reasons. I don't want people to know who. I don't want Flowers to go kill him now that he's been exposed, right? So thanks a lot, Sean. I really appreciate that. I also got to thank my grandmother. She made me some nice cookies. I couldn't have made this video without eating those nice cookies. I really just appreciate what you do. Flower. I also got to thank him because he helped expose himself, actually. I mean, I'll roll a video clip real quick. He took of himself. It's pretty good.
Just so you clumsy through his shield. Wow, nice toggle.
Okay, and lastly, I'm going to have to give a big thank you to Flounder for giving that amazing example of how you're supposed to fight in warm-up. This is... Hey, shut up out there! Stupid children. Anyway, it's been a great time, guys. Pebble Tosser 64 out.